Having a good credit score is essential to helping you grow financially. So in this video, I want to share a few tips and habits you should use and develop in order to get above a 700 score, or maybe even help you reach the 800s. What's going on, thinkers? Chris Robinson here to remind you guys to smash the like button to help this video reach people who need to know this information. Also, while you're at it, you might as well subscribe so that you can stay in the loop of similar videos like this. Enough said. Let's jump into the video. Alright, so according to Experian, the average FICO score for individuals between the ages of 18 and 55 is slightly below a 700 credit score, sitting at 684. But you're probably thinking, wait, isn't that already a good credit score? And the legitimate answer would be yes, according to the FICO score range chart. And just to refresh your memory on this chart, a score ranging from 300 to 579 is a very poor credit score. Ranging from 580 to about 669 is a fair credit score. Ranging from 670 to 739 is a good credit score. Ranging from 740 to 799 is a very good credit score. And ranging from 800 to 850 is a exceptional credit score. And I would like to add that although a 684 ranks within a good credit score, however, it still limits you to a lot of opportunities. For example, many of the major credit card companies demand a credit score above 700. So many of the popular cards from Chase, Citibank, American Express require scores above 700 to qualify. Now, let's talk about the tips that we need to follow in order to reach a 700 credit score or even an 800 credit score. But keep in mind, many of these tips you probably heard before. However, we can never stress these tips enough. So just sit around and refresh your memory and then strengthen your abilities to understand on how you can improve your credit score. So the first tip is to always pay on time. So the largest portion, which makes up your FICO score, consists of your payment history. 35% of your score is based on how well you pay off your bills and debt. In fact, studies have shown that every single individual within the 800 club makes their payments 100% on time. However, if you only have a few late payments, it's still possible to be a part of the 700 club based on many factors like the age of those late payments and the good standing of the other many factors that we'll mention in the following tips. Alright, so the second tip is just pretty much based on how companies see the way you manage and use the credit that's available to you. So it's very important that you keep your credit utilization to a minimum. So 30% of your overall FICO score is based on your total debt, which is always told to us to keep your utilization ratio no more than 30%, which is okay. However, individuals in the 700 club keeps their utilization ratio lower than that. For example, on average, individual within the very good range of a 740 to 799 credit score does not use more than 10% of their available credit. However, the average credit utilization ratio for people with credit scores over 800 is 5.7%. Also, just as a key point related to available credit, individuals within the 800 or above credit score have an average available credit limit of $60,000. Alright, so the third tip is that you want to always monitor your credit scores as well as examine your credit reports often for inaccuracies. So in my opinion, it's very essential that you keep an eye on your credit scores as well as your credit reports, if not on a weekly basis, at least on monthly basis. Because this will allow you to be able to tackle any negative changes to your credit scores or credit reports as soon as you discover them. And if you're anyone like me, you'll probably check your credit scores and reports on a daily basis. Because I tend to check my credit reports and scores on a daily basis and always keep the notifications on for the apps that I use to monitor my credit scores. In fact, according to a survey conducted by Discover, the credit card company, individuals who check their scores often has seen an increase in their scores as compared to those who only check their credit scores on an annually basis. Also, inaccuracies tend to happen from time to time, and those negative accounts tend to hold inaccurate data. So disputing those inaccurate accounts can help your scores if you remove them. Alright guys, so now we reached the fourth and final tip for this video. And this fourth and final tip is pretty simple, and that is to just give your credit score some time to develop. And this includes every previous tip mentioned as well as our credit history. Although our credit history is only worth about 15% of our FICO score, it's probably the most difficult thing to change overnight, unless you use trade lines that is. but we'll save that topic for another video. So just to go down the list on a couple things, you probably heard to never close your older accounts, which is in fact very good advice for reaching the 800 club, because individuals within the 800 club hold an average credit age of more than 20 years. However, for individuals within the very good credit range of 740 to 799 has an average age of about 12 years. And those in the good range of 670 to 739 has an average age of about 8 years. So although credit age and credit history vary based on which generation you're part of, it's also very important to your credit score because it highlights your credit worthiness. You also want to avoid looking for new credit often, whereas members of the 700 and 800 club tend to keep their inquiries to about 2 to 3 inquiries per 24 months and tend to open new accounts a few years at a time. However, unless you are lacking within your credit mix, which is worth 10% of your FICO score, you may want to strategize on strengthening within that area of your credit score rather than just seeking credit that you don't necessarily need. Other than that, I always advise that if you're looking for more funding or higher credit limits, just simply request higher credit limits from the companies that you currently have. Alright guys, so if you had no idea before watching this video on how to get your credit score above a 700 and beyond, hopefully this video helped you. So if you found this video helpful, please smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe to show your support. Also, don't be afraid to explore my channel for any other videos or content that you may find interesting. I'll try my best to keep up with some more interesting content. I see you guys in the next video. Peace.